Welcome to the Finkel Show. Sit back, relax, be entertained, and maybe even learn something.
Hello. Just learned Jimmy Kimmel on ABC, his show's shutting down, or already has shut down. It's been announced that his show's shutting down. Oh, why? Not because of the low ratings. He gets pretty decent ratings for ABC shows. Not because he's decided to retire or quit or move on somewhere else. No, Jimmy Kimmel's show got canceled by ABC under pressure from you know who. Yep. Colbert on CBS canceled. Why? Because you know who. Now Colbert, that was a while ago. His show kept running after the cancellation for a little while. I think through the summer. He worked the contract. Taco Fafo, yeah, taco, yeah. The Colbert one really saddens me because I learned that CBS is owned by Paramount, and Paramount does all the Star Trek stuff. This shit is crazy, yeah. And I'm a big Star Trek fan. The only TV show that's bigger than Star Trek for me is The West Wing. Of course, it's been out of circulation for a while, but I've been watching reruns forever on Amazon Prime. Say what you will about Amazon Prime. I got some issues with them too, but ABC apparently is owned by the same conglomerate as Hulu. So I'm canceling my Hulu account. Bye-bye Hulu. Bye-bye ABC, CBS and Paramount. Sadly, bye-bye, because I do love me some Star Trek. How you doing, GMK? Colbert, his cancellation is due to direct pressure from this motherfucker. And Kimmel did too. Basically, Donald Trump hates the Constitution that he's sworn to support and defend. He hates the Constitution because the first, not the 25th, not the 20th, not the 18th, the First Amendment to the Constitution is the First Amendment. Things that like TV networks should believe in: the freedom of the press, the freedom of expression. Colbert, he got pressured to be canceled by Trump just because he tells a lot of Trump jokes. He also told a lot of Obama jokes and Biden jokes too. But some fucking pussy out there couldn't handle it, and now that he's in power, he pulled those little strings and said, "Fuck you, First Amendment. Fuck you." That's what Trump said. He says, "Fuck America. Fuck the First Amendment. Fuck the Constitution." That's what Trump said. Well, he's saying the same thing to ABC, and ABC's capitulating. Oh shit! The big orange scary guy. He's controlling our allowance to people express themselves. Kimmel, his monologue is usually mostly jokes. He did a monologue on the recent news of Charlie Kirk, who, by the way, agree with him, disagree with him. He was had a lot of strong opinions about. He cherry picked shit. He'd go to these universities and do these quick debates with the college students, and then he'd go to his TikTok account and he'd cherry pick 17 to 30 seconds that made it sound like good for him. And that's what you see on TikTok. If you watch Charlie Kirk on TikTok, you'll see somewhere between 15 and 30 seconds of what he wants you to see. Not the whole debate. Not the whole debate. Gotta love cancel culture. The right invented cancel culture. remember Kid Rock shooting the Bud Light beer? Before a couple weeks later, he was drinking Bud Light beer. By the way, if you review that video, play it in slow motion, Kid Rock was missing the beer. Someone to his right was hitting the beer. Kid Rock could not hit the fucking beer in a big pile right in front of him. But he had to play the cancel culture role because that's what the right is all about, the fucking cancel culture. If you don't swear allegiance to this guy, you're in trouble. Let me talk about now. Kimmel, he spoke kindly of that fucktard. Yeah, I said it. Fucktard, Charlie Kirk. And he and everybody else who has good things and bad things to say about him, notice his number one repeated message, and that is freedom of speech. Well, Kimmel's getting fired now not because ABC wanted him to go, because Donald Trump told ABC get rid of him. They're not, ABC's not canceling Kimmel because they feel Kimmel did something wrong. They're canceling Kimmel because the president of the United States said get rid of him. And they're scared. They're fucking pussies. So yeah, okay. Trump says to ABC, cancel Kimmel. ABC cancels. Finkel cancels ABC and Hulu and CBS. That's okay. Don't watch a lot of network TV anyway. But they're pussies. They are fucking pussies. You know, some people I don't usually agree with who are not pussies, but I disagree with them on 90% of what they spew. There's a lady out there named Candace Owens. Black lady. She does a podcast. She's very famous on the right wing. Very big on the right wing. I don't really follow her that much, so I can't really say too much about her, but when I do tune into her, I'm like, that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. Oh, I kind of agree with that, but that shit's crazy. That bitch is crazy. But one thing about Candace Owens is she leans right. She's conservative. The right-wing lover. Now compare what she said about Charlie Kirk to what Jimmy Kimmel said about Charlie Kirk in the wake of his death. Is she being canceled or pressured to be canceled by Trump? No, because she's got a lot of credit from kissing Trump's ass in the past. Yeah. She gets a free pass to be downright insulting to Charlie Kirk in the immediate wake of his tragic death. She gets a free pass. Tucker Carlson, also a big right-wing hero. Hero. Again, I disagree with Tucker Carlson on probably 95% of the shit he says. But I agreed with him on his very insulting accusations of Charlie Kirk. He gets a free pass because he too kisses this guy's ass. And if he hasn't been kissing his ass lately, he's got some ass kissing credit. It's allowed. We are now cherry picking through the office of the President of the United States of what we can say, or who can say what. It's not just what we say, it's who we say. And look across America, everywhere you see J.D. Vance. He tells people, hey, if your coworker is out there off the job, having nothing to do with the job, if he says something about Charlie Kirk and it's not 100% pure golden bullshit, report him to your employer. And we're seeing it all across America. People are getting fired for what they did in their off work time, not representing their company. The right warns us about the things that they are doing. They've been doing it for decades. Watch out for them Democrats, they steal elections. Yet every single case of voter fraud proven in a court of law that was voter fraud was a vote for Trump. Imagine that shit. I'd rather have my dignity than have approval. Yes. Yes. Go ahead, take a picture of his face. Report it to my employer. Maybe tomorrow I'll be unemployed. I don't know. But there's something more important than a job in the United States of America, and that is the United States Constitution. That is the First Amendment. That is where the president doesn't get to tell companies, your people can't say things that I don't want them to say. I'm not even going to attribute that to what the poster just posted. I'm going to say it. Charlie was a crystal fascist racist. Matter of fact. Stealing some of his own quotes, he lacked the brain capacity to make the best of what he was handed on a silver platter, the opportunity for an advanced education. He threw it all away because he doesn't have the brain capacity to do that. Yeah, brain capacity. That's from him in regards to black women. He said, they stole someone's more deserving spot in college. He was a racist piece of shit. Did he deserve to die for it? No. Because he was right on one thing, free speech. Like him, love him, hate him, free speech, he was good about that. Now, when he did the free speech thing and he got home and he put it up on TikTok, he made sure he only put up the free speech that he liked. 8647. Absolutely. 8647. Dave, you look so much better. Even in my anger, I'm angry. I'm angry. It's funny. It's ironic. I just came from a meeting where I was reminded of a part of the 11th step that I stopped practicing a long time ago. And this is not an AA meeting, but this is something in my experience, strength, and hope that I picked up on. Actually, I knew this years ago. I just haven't applied it for a long time. Let me shine some light on this bitch. 86 of the big book, Alcoholics Anonymous. When we retire at night, we constructively view our day. Were we resentful, selfish, dishonest, or afraid? Do we owe an apology? Have we kept something to ourselves which should be discussed with another person at once? Were we kind and loving toward all? What could we have done better? Were we thinking of ourselves most of the time, or were we thinking of what we could do for others? What could we pack into the stream of life? I knew that several times in the last 13 years. Somewhere in recent years, I forgot that practice. And yeah, my spiritual condition been falling. There's support. Okay. Hi, Jess, I'm glad you're here. You follow Candace Owens, right? Has she not been more critical of Charlie Kirk than ABC's Jimmy Kimmel? I think you would agree with that. I don't know. Lauren Trues, Mr. Finkel, doesn't Jimmy have a contract? And isn't it possible the agency broke that contract? I don't know what the contract says. I don't know. I know that it's being reported that for now he is canceled. Why is he canceled? Not because of what he said, but because what he said displeased Mr. Trump. I am reviewing her video tonight. Oh, okay. I'm not sure which video, but she's critical of the not just Charlie Kirk, but the way the government, the FBI, is handling the investigation. Tucker Carlson too. Now, these two people I generally don't care much for, but how is it that the president is calling for Kimmel's cancellation, but not people who are far more critical? Okay, yeah, you know what? I think I was going to get a couple hours sleep. I think I'm going to watch that. Ladies and gentlemen, what if you don't believe what I'm saying, and maybe I'm wrong, generally specific, that's at generally_specific, is reviewing her video tonight, and usually that's at 9 o'clock. That's like in 14 minutes. So Yeah, I'm very curious to what Candace Owens has said most recently. The Kimmel Show and the Colbert shows were losing millions of dollars. This was a way for ABC to avoid its contract. I have my doubts about that because both shows cut the monologues and they put them up on YouTube. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't tuned into ABC or CBS and actually watched them on their show on their network, but their networks own those YouTube accounts, and they're getting a lot of hits, a lot more hits than Nielsen says. ABC watched. How many people watch ABC Jimmy Kimmel tonight? Yeah, the numbers are dropping, but they're increasing on YouTube. And like any other monetized YouTube channel, it's Gender Specific is a great channel if you like racism. Okay, I'm reading. I'm not stating. Colbert made more money than any other late night show. Yeah. I'd heard that. I don't know for a fact, but I have heard that. Okay, the end is nigh. I don't know, man. Okay, so free pass for the people on the right who are very critical of Charlie Kirk, and cancellation for people on the left or comedy who are just a little bit critical of Charlie Kirk. Please tell me the First Amendment is not dead. I just love, even though left a 12 million net worth, Kirk's widow, she has stepped right into the MAGA game plan. Grift on every opportunity. Yeah, there's something very disingenuous about her. Also about the accused shooter's mom. This whole thing just stinks. Want me to join on panel? I think I have your email. Oh, no, I'm going to watch from the TV. Doing invite-only panels for a while. Oh, okay, well, no, I understand. I learned not too long ago, you can't just ring up anybody on panel, especially two people who've been going at it for a while. That was a headache. All right. Okay, yeah, I'm going to turn off the computer. I'm going to turn on the TV, and I'm going to watch Mr. Specific. He's going to review Candace Owens, who I believe he follows her regularly. I watch her occasionally, and but if I understand it correctly, she's been very critical of not just Kirk, but the FBI's investigation. Sure thing, relax, and I shall endeavor to entertain you. Okay, I shall be entertained, or I may be pissed off. I don't know. 8:49, 11 minutes. If you're going to watch the GS thing. So I'm gonna head out now. I'm gonna where are my cigarettes? I'm gonna engage in a coping mechanism, and then I'm gonna turn on Generally Specific. All right, good night, everyone.
I don't know what those two putas are talking about. I am the wind beneath Finkel's.
Hold on. It is obviously me. I am the wind.
You guys, this is stupid. I knew him first. Obviously, he is nothing without.
Oh, you knew him first. I am so sick of this. I knew him first bullshit.
Me too.
I don't
care what anyone says. I am Finkel's favorite.
If it wasn't
for me, he'd just be one more rambling old man on the internet.
Come on, you guys. Why can't we all just get along? To be honest, I like to think I am the wind beneath my own wings.
Shut up, Finkel.